everyone for some more of my Darmstadt career mode for FIFA 22. And this will be the final episode of Season 2. As we are up against AS Monaco here in the Europa League final. And just a recap of what happened in the last round, which was a couple episodes ago. We end up knocking out Liverpool 5-3 on aggregate. And Monaco absolutely smashing Athletic Bilbao 3-0 in the other semifinal. But before we continue on, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But as you can see, Brennan Aronson is our top goal scorer here, who has double the amount of our next highest goal scorer in Adeyemi. Monaco have Golovin, who's 3 behind Aronson, and Kramaric, who's 6 behind them. But without further ado, we're going to get into this, which, by the way, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. And, so yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into this match, and then after that, we'll take a look at how everybody else is doing. Clear skies at the Estadio de Dragão. I believe that's where Porto plays, because I believe Benfica plays at the Estadio de Luz, if I'm not mistaken. But we are going to change kits. We are going to wear our primary home kits. Let's take a look at Monaco's kits. We're going to leave those kits on them. Okay, let's see. They got Kramaric up front. Golovin playing out wide. Jakobs playing behind Kramaric. Guerrero, Fofana, and Vonderson making up the midfield. Yuri Berchiche is the left back. Wolf, Maripane, and Jean Lucas make up the defense, with Alexander Nubel, the loanee from Bayern Munich, in between the sticks for them. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into this match. And then hopefully we'll get a notification at the end of this saying that Eliasson's going out on loan. At least that's what I'm hoping for. You can see Enoch Mwepu, our captain, and also our center mid is the featured player here. 82 rating, by the way, although Sambi Lakonga is higher rated than 83. Which I'll be looking at development plans at the end of this episode when we look at player attributes.
Lembramos os nossos adeptos que com a instalação da app oficial do nosso clube habilitam-se a ganhar inúmeros prémios. Não percam esta oportunidade.
I feel like I'm hampering some of these guys' development because I have not been keeping up on development plans, but anyway, it is AS Monaco versus SV Darmstadt for the right to lift the Europa League trophy. As you can see, both sides walking on each side of it. And you can see how both teams got here. Monaco beat Manchester City, Olympiacos, and Athletic Bilbao in order to get here. We beat Feyenoord. I forgot who we played in the quarterfinals, and then Liverpool we beat in the semis. But anyway, we are playing at FC Porto's pitch. Hopefully we have a much better performance at what we had again. Oh, nice throw for Adeyemi. Can we get on the board here? Beautiful. Hopefully we can have a much better performance here than the game we had against Wolfsburg. I'm hoping so. Which, like I said at the end of the last episode, I'm glad that Wolfsburg game didn't mean anything in the end because our first team got absolutely embarrassed in that game. Absolutely embarrassed. And yes, I'm still salty about that. There was no reason for our team to play that poorly. Especially when we were celebrating the title. Well, we did celebrate the title, but it's hard celebrating anything while you lose. It just doesn't feel the same. Nice cross! Won't let me celebrate with the manager, hopefully. And the captain celebrates with our gaffer here, Elsa Werner. Not sure how many goals Mwepu has in this competition, but it's nice to see him on the score sheet. Our captain. Oh, come on. That's not good. Guys, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. Demir? I swear to God, if you botch this... He did botch the cross, but at least we got an attempt up there. Okay, can we get a head on that? Yes, we can! Absolutely beautiful! As Christian Romero, our newest signing this season, gets his head on that, and triples our advantage over the Monegasque club. Let me see this again. This was absolutely... And what a good corner that... I don't know who took that corner, but that was a pitch-perfect delivery. A picture-perfect delivery. I mean, you could argue that Newell could have done better there, but that header was absolutely sublime from the former Atalanta center-back. Okay. There we go. We're going to jump to the sim now. Please, guys, do not mess... Oh, not jump to result, jump to sim. Please do not mess this up. You're up 3-0. If you blow this, there's something horribly wrong. And there we go, 4-0. Aronson adding another goal. Let's see what Monaco's bench looks like. If we can. Okay, they got Lecompte, the backup goal. Oh, can we make it 5-0 here? And we do! We make it 5-0. Adeyemi adds a goal. Okay, they got Alex Tellez, Gonçalves, Goebbels, Badiashile, Samaseku, the former Hoffenheim center mid. I think he's a center mid. I know he used to play for Hoffenheim. They got him from Hoffenheim. And Musaba, I don't know who that is. Okay, how can we look this good against Monaco, but look so bad against Monaco? How? Adeyemi on a brace right now. Okay, bad first touch by Balikvisha. Balikvisha just nicking the crossbar there. A lot of horrible ratings by Monaco. Okay, this really should not be another repeat of Wolfsburg. Hopefully not, unless our defense just totally collapses, which, speaking of defense, good defense there by, I believe that was Romero to making that interception there. Okay, Balikvisha with the ball. Mwepu, charging forward, can he get a goal? Yes, he can! Our captain leading by example, getting his second of the game, and it's 6-0. And that has to be all she wrote. That really has to be. That really has to be it for this game. Our defense looking much better than what it did against Monaco. I mean, against Wolfsburg. Our team attacking much better than what they did. Can we add a 7th here? Aronson's just barely missing that. This is going to seem harsh considering how good we've been playing in this match, but I think I'm actually going to take Wagnerman off. Give Van Avek some game time. And we're going to go ahead and resume. We are 45 minutes away, surely, of becoming Europa League champions. Surely we have this in the bag. I might even take off Shakir, to be honest, and put in Zentner. Okay, Shakir. Let's see what you... Not the best distribution, but at least he didn't give it to a Monaco player. Bad turnover in the midfield there. Sets up an opportunity for Monaco. Monaco, the former club of Kylian Mbappe. Okay, Van Avek leading the charge. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Van Avek. Good cross, better finish. And Aronson is on a brace as well. So Mwepu, Aronson, and Adeyemi going for a hat-trick here. We are 7-up on Monaco. Our next lowest rated player is our goalkeeper. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Zentner in there. Although, if Shakir... I mean, Shakir is still going to get credited with a clean sheet, should we get one, but... I'm going to put Zentner in there. There's really no room for... I do want to have Thomas Muller out here, but there's really no reason for me to bring him out. Okay, nice run by Adeyemi. Can he add an ace? Yes, he can. Adeyemi getting a hat-trick. As we are 8-0 up on AS Monaco. Oh, yeah, we're keeping a clean sheet, guys. We are keeping a clean sheet. I want this clean sheet. Oh, why are we not... Are we nearsighted, guys? I am determined to keep this clean sheet. Oh, what? That first touch by Valak Visha was woeful. Okay, we're jumping in again. Van Avek should be able to get this. Well, he was offside anyway. Jump to the sim one more time. We are getting close to time. Can we add a ninth? Again, horrible first touch by Valak Visha. Okay, they're moving forward. This is scary. I think I'm just going to keep... Because it seems like our team in the sim match is doing everything it can to lose this clean sheet. I am not doing that. I'm not... I mean, I don't care if I lose a clean sheet any other time. But not this time. And I'm also getting sick of us losing clean sheets. For stupid reasons, too. So we are just going to go ahead and just keep the ball. A little bit of time wasting here, but... Oh, come on, guys! How do you lose that ball? They manage to keep possession, but they do not win this match. And we add yet another trophy to the trophy cabinet here. We won the Bundesliga title, we won the DFB Pokal title, and coming to a theater near you, the Europa League title. As Mwepu gets to lift another trophy. Which I should say, the Super Cup next season will be ourselves against Wolfsburg, since even though we won both domestic competitions, we are going to be facing off against the Bundesliga runners-up, which is Wolfsburg, so... And then, because of us winning the Europa League, we'll also get to play the winners of the Champions League and the Super Cup. I'm not sure if I'm going to show the Super Cup or not, since we already won that competition. I may not. But I definitely do want to show the UEFA Super Cup. As Mwepu lifts the Europa League trophy, and Darmstadt are kings of Europe for the night. We'll get to see later on in the video who we're going to be playing against in the Super Cup. And I should let you guys know right now, since we won the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal, as well as the German Super Cup, the third and final season of this career mode is going to focus on Champions League. So it is going to be, I mean, this career mode was supposed to be abridged anyway, but the third and final season is going to be focused solely on Champions League, so... But as you can see, the players are around the trophy. One of my main priorities in the next season is going to be getting a new right back, which I still have 114 million in the budget. I may end up spending that on getting a new right back, but we'll see. I don't even know who I'm even going to get, but... There's no reason to play that again. We've already seen what happened. We had better possession. We had better dribble success rate. They had better shooting accuracy, but we had better passing accuracy. They made more saves and had more offsides, but we beat them in every other category. Okay, player performance, man of the match, went to Adeyemi probably. Yep, with his hat trick. Demir with a couple of assists, Balak Vischer with a couple of assists. Anderson on a brace, and Mwepu on a brace. And Mwepu with 2 goals and assists, which is very impressive. Sammy Lakonga with an assist, Romero with a goal, and Van Avek with an assist. You can see, I don't even know why I'm even showing this, because they didn't do anything. You can see a couple players, Mwepu and Adeyemi, on a perfect 10 rating. But we are going to go ahead and advance. I'm probably going to advance ahead to the 14th to see. I gotta find out when the promotion relegation playoff is. It is 2 legs, so I won't be able to know offhand. But tournament prize money. Let's go ahead and save. Just want to send ahead a little bit. But yeah, once we get to about I think June 14th will suffice. Once we get to June 14th, then I'll do my end of season stuff. Eliasson has been loaned out to Portimonense for the next season, so that's good to see. And then we're gonna sim to the 7th. We're probably going to get a notification saying that we're not meeting a youth development thing, but we still have another season for that. We don't have a notification. But yeah, I'm really looking forward, which I'll talk more about squad later, but my main priority in terms of starting 11, since we are going to be playing Champions League football, is that I do want a higher rated center, a new starting right back. Preferably somebody that's at the very least 82 rated. I do prefer like 83, 84 rated right back. But that's what I'll be like. I don't even know who I even want to go in for that. But anyway, let's go ahead and save. But as you can see, even with their win against us in the final game of the season, they finished 1 point ahead of us. Ourselves and Wolfsburg were 18 and 17 points ahead of third place Mönchengladbach, respectively. Borussia Dortmund got the final Champions League spot, with Hoffenheim having to settle for a Europa League spot, and Bayern Munich playing in the Conference League. That ought to be interesting. Both the capital clubs surviving comfortably. Relegated teams are the teams that went up. Actually, no, that's not true. The teams that went up were ourselves and St. Pauli. Greater will be joining St. Pauli in the Zweite Bundesliga. Freiburg could be joining them. We're going to find out right now. And Fortuna Dusseldorf take their place in the top division and end up beating them 3-2 on aggregate. So that's nice to see. I like Dusseldorf. So we're going to be facing off against them next season in the Bundesliga. Okay, let's see a roundup of the DFB Pokal. We ended up beating the newly promoted Dusseldorf 4-0 in round 2. Round 3, we ended up knocking out Holstein Kiel. Quarterfinals, we knocked out RB Leipzig. Semifinals, we knocked out Schalke. And Frankfurt, we ended up beating 3-2. German Super Cup was won by ourselves. That memorable match, the debut of Thomas Müller in the Darmstadt kit, having an absolutely fantastic performance there. Super Cup was won by Manchester City at the beginning of the season against Leipzig, who they played in the round of 16 in the Champions League in real life. Speaking of Champions League, Olympique Lyon ended up knocking out Real Madrid. They eliminated Dortmund, Chelsea, and Inter on their way to winning that competition, and they end up topping the group with Juventus and Manchester City. Wow! So, Lyon is no joke. That is going to be the team that we're going to be playing in the UEFA Super Cup at the beginning of next season. Europa League, of course, was won by us. You can see how the fixtures went on the right-hand side. Take a look at some of the other groups, which Liverpool were in that competition, which we beat them in the semifinals. Monaco winning Group F. No real surprises to speak of in this competition. No real upsets. Of course, round of 16, we beat Feyenoord. Quarterfinals, we beat Club Brugge. Liverpool, we beat in the semifinals. And, of course, we beat Monaco in the final. And the Conference League was won by Real Sociedad over Arsenal. So, bit of a Mikel Arteta derby going on there. Andre Silva ended up the top goal scorer in the Bundesliga with 21 goals. Bustos and Bellavista both with 16 on the season. 5 behind Silva. Adeyemi with 14. Mueller with 8. Speaking of Mueller, he tied with Fortuna with top assists with 11. Though Mueller did it with 3 more games. Solbakken with 8. Bustos and Bellavista with 6. 3 players with 5. Okay, clean sheets. Shakir with only 4. And Zentner with 3. So that's only 7 clean sheets in the season, which is a bit disappointing. DFB Pokal, Adeyemi was the top goal scorer there. Our top 4 were all Darmstadt players. A bunch of players with 2 assists, including Mwepu and Adeyemi. Okay, Zentner and Shakir each with a clean sheet in this competition. Let me go back to the relegation match. So Konaki with a hat-trick for Dusseldorf to send them up. Again, GG's to Dusseldorf. I'm happy I'm a little bit sad that Hamburg didn't get promoted, but at least Dusseldorf did. Aronson with 14 goals in 13 matches in Europa League. He absolutely went off. 5 ahead of Golovin and Adeyemi. Bongonda and Bellavista getting the most assists with 5. Zentner and Shakir each with 4 clean sheets. That's 8 total clean sheets, which would have been 1 ahead of Justin Bijlo from Feyenoord. Okay. Actually, no. Let's see how the Zweite Bundesliga and the Dritte Liga ended up. Okay, Bundesliga 2. Oh, Schalke and Hamburg did come up. Okay, so I was bummed about Hamburg not coming up, but I forgot they could have been one of the top 2, which they are. So Dusseldorf will be joining Schalke and Hamburg coming up to the Bundesliga next year. Werder Bremen finishing 8th. As Dynamo Dresden, Karlsruhe goes straight down. Wien Wiesbaden playing against the 3rd place Dritte Liga team, which happens to be Hansa Rostock with Ingolstadt and 1860 Munich getting promoted. And if relegation was a thing in this FIFA, Victoria Berlin, Borussia Dortmund 2, Meppen, and Helvelse would be going down. Take a look at finances. But yeah, I'm probably going to use the remaining as $144 million to try to get a new starting right back. Which I'll show you guys who that is at the beginning of Season 3. Excuse me. Our starting budget was $246 million. I forgot about that. Weekly wage of $110 grand. Do we have anybody? No, we don't have any in the youth academy, so I don't have to worry about that. Take a look at transfer history. You see Eliasson out on loan, Montenegro out on loan, Martinson out on loan. Whole bunch of players out on loan. Got rid of a few of our fringe players. Be interesting to see if Medina grew at all. But yeah, a lot of players, a lot of Deadwood players, a lot of players that I didn't want to have on my team anymore. That kind of sounds harsh when I put it like that, but yeah, like I just said a couple times before, I do plan on getting a new starting right at back. I am looking at somebody of at least an 83 rating. I will settle for somebody that's 82 rated, but I kind of prefer somebody at or an overall below Goodmanson on the left-hand side, but I do want a new starting right back. Let's see. As far as my backup team, I might look to move on Lamina even though I just bought him. My center backs, I think, are going to be okay. I could get a new backup, which, if I do bring in a new right back, that means Wagnerman will be my new backup left back, because he can play there, which means I'm probably going to move on Leibold. I probably should get a new backup goalkeeper as well. Bongonda, I might look to move on as well. I don't know, but let's take a look at the squad hub. Okay, let's see. Who was the top goal scorer? Top goal scorer, Adeyemi, 29 goals, 9 assists through 36. Grew by 6, he's now in 86. So good campaign for him. Aronson, 24 and 7 through 43. He's up to an 82. Nahuel Bustos coming off the bench, 24 and 9 and 27. Very impressive. Grew by 4. Balavisha, ever coming so close to a 90 rating. He's grown by 8. 17 goals, 12 assists for the Belgian winger. Mueller, 17 and 12 through 43, though he did drop by 2. I mean, he is 33, so I do have him going to be my backup center attacking mid, like I did for the second half of the season. And just to keep scrolling down, if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. But yeah, I don't plan on... I may tweak the team a little bit, but the only big change that I plan on making is bringing a new right back. But even so, I do plan on keeping Wagnerman. He will be my new backup left back. I'm going to be moving Leibold on. Ooh! Anderson has grown by 9. Mellum grown by 2. I should consider giving some of my youth scouts a bit of a go here next season. Medina has grown by 2. Knudsen has grown by 4. He's at a 71. Nygaard at a 68. And it's funny because I looked at this West Brom kit and I looked at this Tondela kit. Tondela's kits kind of look like West Brom's away kits, so that kind of threw me there. Daniel Shell grew by 5. He's at a 74, so I may look to bring him on next season. Lucas Bertelsen grew by 5 at a 71. Okay. Sandvik's grown by 6. Halga's grown by 6. Yeah, Zentner has... How many clean sheets does he have? He had 8 clean sheets of the season. That's not too super impressive. Though, to be fair, Takir's only gotten 9. So, but I do want a backup goalkeeper of around 80 to 81 overall. Just a little bit of an upgrade on Zentner. I'll just have to look for that. But let's take a look at development, then we'll end the episode. Again, if there's anybody in particular that you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video, which I'm going to go ahead and look at development plans. Yeah, it's just going to take Zentner too long to grow, so I think I'm going to move him on. Leibold, I'm going to be moving on. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see. Okay, looked like 18 weeks is the way to go here. Kemp, how long is it going to take for you to grow? Okay, let's see. I'll play ball playing defender. Max owns Lacroix. I'll keep him at stopper. Christian Romero. Ball playing defender on him. Lamina, I'm seriously considering about moving him on. Mwepu. He is only at an 82, though I do want to keep him. Okay, 74 weeks. I'm going to move him to box to box. Oh, only one more week for Kenneth Taylor. That's a good sign. What about our American, Brendan Aronson? What are we looking at? He's already at 5-star, high work rate. Let's see. We'll keep him. I do want to work more on his shooting. Mueller doesn't make a difference because he's just going to keep going down. Bongonda, I might look to move Bongonda on if I'm being honest. Balak Visha getting could be our first player next year to get a 1090 rating. Shelton, Overgard. Okay, Nahuel Bustos, what are we looking at here? It looks like 3 weeks. And I'm going to have him complete striker. I do want to get him to 5-star weak foot. And what about Adeyemi? Looks like it's going to take him 17 weeks as a mobile striker. But there we go. That is Season 2 done and dusted for this Darmstadt career mode. I'm not sure when the next episode of this is going to be. But the next time I see you guys, we will be beginning Season 3, hopefully with a new right back. And hopefully we can get... I do want to get rid of some of my bench players. And the ones I'm looking at, like I said before, are Yamina and possibly Bongonda. Because I do have youth academy players, a winger and a center mid, that I do want to try out. So it looks like Lamina and Bongonda will be looking at different clubs. Leibold will be going. So I think there was a left back that's out on loan that... Actually, no. Take that back because I just said that Wagnerman will be a new left back. So, Daniel Show and whoever that one winger was I'm looking to get and recall them. Where was he at? Yeah, Anderson, Runar Anderson. I'm thinking about bringing him back from loan next season. Anderson and Show will be the ones that I'm gonna be bringing into the team. Hopefully they'll grow a little bit as things roll along here, but yeah, next time I see you guys, like I said, I know I said that a lot, but we are going to begin Season 3 with the UEFA Super Cup. That is going to be played against Olympique Lyon. That is going to be a hell of a good match considering who they beat in the Champions League in order to get there. Not only did they beat them, they beat them quite convincingly. So I'm wholeheartedly expecting a tough match in the Super Cup next season, and that's where we'll start, and I'll show who my starting right back is. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.